Liv Morgan sends a message to Dominik Mysterio after getting pinned by Rhea Ripley at WWE Survivor Series. WarGames. Liv Morgan didn't have the weekend she had hoped for at WWE Survivor Series. WarGames, as she was defeated by Rhea Ripley. Despite being pinned by the Women's World Champion in the 5-on-5 Women's WarGames match, Liv's spirits remain high. The match, which featured fierce rivalries, ended with Ripley emerging victorious for her team after delivering a devastating move to Liv, putting her through a table. While the loss was a setback for Liv Morgan, her resilience and positive outlook were clear in the aftermath. Rather than focusing on the defeat, Liv took to social media to share an uplifting message to her on-screen boyfriend, Dominik Mysterio. Her response was a sweet and supportive note that highlighted her unwavering connection with him. Liv's words on X, formerly Twitter, were filled with affection, reminding fans and Dominik alike of her unshakable confidence and strong bond with him, even after the intense match. Dominik, ever the supportive partner, had earlier come to Liv's defense after the match. The Raw star expressed his admiration for Liv, calling her the greatest women's world champion of all time. This public display of affection and admiration for Liv's achievements came as a response to the overwhelming support she has garnered throughout her reign as champion. In a time where others might have been discouraged by a loss, Dominik's words of encouragement provided Liv with the affirmation she needed. Despite the loss, Liv's message to Dominik signifies that their connection remains strong. The WWE Universe has witnessed the growing chemistry between the two, both on-screen and through social media interactions. The romantic exchange between the two was a heartwarming moment for fans, especially during a period where Liv had just endured a tough match against her rival, Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's feud has been one of the most intense storylines in the women's division in recent months. Their rivalry has spanned various events and matches, culminating in the explosive WarGames match at Survivor Series. The two women have exchanged brutal attacks, with each one aiming to outdo the other in terms of power and dominance. However, the end of the match saw Ripley's team emerge victorious, further fueling the animosity between the two superstars. Despite the loss, Liv Morgan's response to Dominik Mysterio reflects her resilience and determination to continue pushing forward. It's clear that the connection between Liv and Dominik is more than just an on-screen relationship. The duo's interactions, both during and outside of matches, have resonated with fans who enjoy seeing this partnership develop. Liv Morgan may have been defeated in the match, but she remains a strong and beloved champion. Her bond with Dominik and the support she receives from him serve as reminders that, even in the face of adversity, there are still moments of love, encouragement, and strength. Rhea Ripley has once again proven why she's one of the most dominant forces in WWE, particularly in the women's division. At WWE Survivor Series WarGames, Ripley led her team to victory in the 5-on-5 Women's WarGames match, where she pinned Liv Morgan after delivering a devastating move, putting the Women's World Champion through a table. This victory not only added another win to Ripley's impressive record, but also served as a message to Liv Morgan and her fans. In a post-match interview, Rhea Ripley addressed her triumph, taking the opportunity to reflect on her long history of success in WWE and further cementing her status as one of the most dominant champions in the company. Ripley, often referred to as Mommy by fans, expressed her satisfaction with the outcome of the match, emphasizing how familiar she is with both the competition and the feeling of victory. It felt absolutely amazing. I've been there before, and I've done it again. I've proven myself time and time again, Ripley said confidently. I honestly couldn't have asked for a better team to help me along the way. We went into war, and we came out victorious. Her words made it clear that Ripley not only relished the victory, but also wanted to underline the fact that her success in WWE is no fluke. She's repeatedly proven herself, and her latest win at Survivor Series is simply another example of her unmatched ability in the ring. Her words weren't just about celebrating her own victory, however. Ripley took a direct jab at her longtime rival, Liv Morgan, and her passionate fan base. With a sly smirk, Ripley mocked Morgan and her supporters, referencing Liv's signature catchphrase. And Liv, that little possum and her little fan base can cry about it, she added, clearly enjoying the moment. This remark was a deliberate attempt to get under Liv Morgan's skin while simultaneously throwing shade at her fan base, who have consistently supported the champion throughout her career. By using Liv's own catchphrase in such a mocking context, Ripley underscored her belief that she is the one in control of the women's division. The use of the term possums was an added layer of insult, as it's a nickname that Liv has been known for in WWE, largely due to her scrappy, never-say-die attitude. To call her a little possum, in such a dismissive tone, was a calculated move by Ripley to diminish Liv's credibility and send a message that Ripley doesn't view her as a true threat to her dominance in WWE. Ripley's mocking of Liv Morgan isn't just about personal animosity, but rather a strategic move to assert her superiority in the women's division. By dismissing Liv, the reigning women's world champion, and her fans, Ripley is sending a clear message to the entire locker room. She's the one to beat, and she's ready for anyone who dares to challenge her. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley have been embroiled in a bitter rivalry for months, with the two superstars exchanging harsh words and brutal attacks both in and out of the ring. This latest chapter in their feud only escalates the animosity between them, as Ripley's win has given her the confidence to taunt and belittle her opponent further. The contrast between Ripley's cold, calculated approach and Liv's fiery, passionate persona has fueled their ongoing conflict, which shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. For Liv Morgan, the loss at Survivor Series was a difficult setback, especially after months of defending her Women's World Championship. However, the defeat has only intensified her resolve to reclaim her status as one of WWE's top female superstars. While Ripley may have gotten the better of her in WarGames, Liv has proven time and again that she's never one to back down from a challenge. The feud between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley is far from over, and Survivor Series. WarGames only served as another battleground in their ongoing war for supremacy. As Ripley continues to mock her rival, it's clear that Liv Morgan will stop at nothing to prove she is more than capable of handling everything Ripley throws at her. The WWE Universe eagerly awaits the next chapter in this rivalry, wondering how Liv Morgan will respond to Rhea Ripley's taunts and whether the Women's World Champion will be able to bounce back and continue her reign. One thing is for sure, this feud is far from finished and the stakes are only going to get higher. One thing is for sure, this feud is far from finished and the stakes are only going to get higher.